Are you ready?
It's gonna be a hot girl disco summer. I'm never doing that again. I apologize. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Here, let's fix it. Something cool. All right, everybody say their catchphrase at the exact same time since we're all live. Are we live? Is this thing on? I won. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Big Draft Energy. This is a Sunday. I don't stream on Sundays. And yes, we are live on Sleezbomb show. We are live on Fantasy Football Faceoff. We are live on 3 Twitter accounts. We are just live, and we are here. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm here for these two guys because I'm literally just here to talk. I'm not even drafting right now. But Sleez, Pete, why don't you guys tell us what the hell's going on, who you guys are, where you from, what you're doing, as long as you freaking love me.
Sleez, you go first, man.
All right, Derek, Sleezbomb, couple Long Islands last night, hurting. My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football show. We are here for the community first. Big Draft Energy put this together on Twitter, I think 2 years ago almost now. One of the best communities there is. We're about to battle to see who can talk shit at the end of the season. I'm about to stomp Pete out.
I love it.
I just can't believe that Disco's not drafting.
Yeah.
He's drafting.
Here's what I'm going to say.
I'm literally not drafting.
Here's what I'm going to say. This is what, because there are guys that are going to be watching that are drafting with us. I'm going to comment on the picks I make, and I'm going to comment on other people's, but I'm not going to talk about other people's teams, what they should do, how I like their team. None of that. I'm not.
None of that.
I'm not, because I ain't getting sniped. This is for real money here, so I ain't getting sniped just because. I'm trying to,
I had to draft out my thing on paper so you can't see the queue or nothing, dude.
No, dude. What do you mean, dude? You just open up a separate tab, share your screen on this, and then you duplicate the sleeper page, and you can.
Oh yeah, it's Discos. That's right. I don't need to. Oh my god,
it's
all that for nothing. Oh my god.
Yeah. So William Stevenson with the comment of the night so far. I'm here for the draft intel, Pete Nova, burnt steaks, and wiener jokes. I love that. I love that. I think my name is a wiener joke, if I'm not mistaken. So please carry on. Sleez, could you let the folks know what the scoring format and rules are for this draft?
So this is a full PPR 0.5 tight end premium, 40+ yard pass or rush is 1 point extra point bonus. 50+ is another extra point bonus. Regular kicker scoring, and there's no running back per carry, nothing like that.
There's kickers.
Oh, dude, come on. Yeah, of course there's kickers, bro. Sleez, these guys don't get it, man. All right.
All right.
We're live rocking and rolling, baby.
Draft is up. Let's see what's going on. 2 minutes. Need help, boys. What's up, Bryce? What kind of help you need, brother? We got you. I don't know which channel you are, but we got you. Jamie, what's up, dude?
Mark Chase, Bijan Robinson. Let's go.
Taking Genty first round in second. Do I go London or Bucky? Okay. Pete, is this from your channel? Sleez, is this from your channel? Because
that's not mine.
We can't tell.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. So Bryce, I'm going to say this from the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. I'm not trying to snipe you from any of these wonderful fellas, but do not fucking draft Ashton Genty in round 1 in any format other than Dynasty. Like, don't do that to yourself whatsoever. You are doing yourself a disservice. It is a terrible pick. This is Ashton Genty at the 101 in round 1 is equivalent to Marvin Harrison Jr. last year in round 1. Just don't do it to yourself. I wonder what these other two boneheads will think, but I'm going to say go London because you
hang on. Speed Kills isn't even in the lobby, bro. Who is this guy? He's not in here.
Yeah, it's the new guy. You might need to pause here, make sure he's good. This the guy.
How do I pause it? Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh, he's getting sick from.
Jahmyr Gibbs. I go again on my own. Let's go, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's fine.
All right. Well, somebody should add him. Somebody should shoot him a buzz.
I know. What's his thing again? God, dude, how are people auto drafting already?
Yeah. That was the guy that joined about an hour or two ago. I'm sure. Oh, yeah, he's on. He's live. I mean, you could. I don't want to say you just pause and flip it back, but I mean, we're not that deep into here. You want to? No, all right, we're going.
He's fine with Jahmyr Gibbs. You knew the time.
Yeah, I mean, normally I wouldn't, but it's all good.
All right, guys, moving on. It's part of the showbiz. Taking Genty in the first round. How do you guys feel about taking Genty in the first round? And in round 2, do you suggest he goes London or Buck?
Can we get around the turn before we're at the draft here?
Can we get around at least the second round? You give your advice, Disco, but
I already gave my advice.
All right, so
yeah.
I'm waiting until we get around the picks here.
Let's get to the picks.
Here. I'll star this one so we could come back to it. Sleez check trade, says Bones. Sorry guys, I like all you, but root for my boy Pete. That's fine. I don't care, Jamie. It's not like I didn't celebrate you bringing Harold Fan and Junior's mom to the stage. It's not like I wasn't there for that. Snipe City. Sleez is hilarious. He's all right. What's up, fellas? Says Pete from X. What's up, Pete? Good to see you, buddy. Shout out to Pete Sandoval. What's up, fellas? Let's fucking go, Petey. Shout out to Michael Hoff, the other face in the fantasy football face-off. Hoff, if you want to hop on, we can send you an invite and get you in here, brother. Just give us the word. We got to catch up. 14-man draft. Let's go. There could be a woman in here too. I'm just here to see JCM go 5th round. Okay, so like as I don't want to say I'm the original Ja'Cory Krosky merit truther, but I have been really high on JCM early and often.
Panicking, Pete? What's going on, buddy?
I just think that the JCM scenario and situation where people are overpaying for him, like the run game, regardless of who the running back there is going to be, is not going to be a top 15, top 20 running game. So with that being said, I would temper expectations with JCM. So if anybody does take JCM in round 5, I am.
Oh my God, Camp!
I'll be upset and depressed that I didn't join this league. Kickers have feelings too. Do they though? Kickers are friends, not food. Oh no, they're definitely food. Grab Henderson early, says Christian Morrow. It's a good call. What's up, Squincy? Killing me, Smalls. AMG says AO. This is tight end premium. Yes, who's saying it's half, so it's an extra half point for tight end premium.
All right, so I just want to say, by the way, I want to say something. I almost took Drake London there. That was what I was stumped on. I
wanted Drake London, bro.
I was very close to taking London, but I don't want to share my process. Once we get a couple rounds in, I'll share kind of what I'm thinking, especially in a 14-man, the way this is set up. But I'll share that a little bit later. But I took Henry over Genty. I thought about Genty, but I stuck with Henry.
Yeah, and then Sleez took Genty and Bucky. So that answers your question from earlier, Bryce. What's good? Daniel Antonio, good evening, fellas, says Joe. What's up, Joe? Good to see you, buddy. Shout out from the mountaintops, big draft energy. I do everything loud, sir. Loud and proud. Pause. Speed kills with the slow pick. Let's go. What's up, Joe? Okay, I gotta stop pulling up your comments. He's on. He has the green light.
Just run them all. You can take them all. You host the whole thing. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Gibbs is fine. Joe says just doubled up 885 all the way through.
He's
2 out of 2 pot limit Omaha table. That's what, poker?
Yeah, he's poker. He's in a poker tournament probably right now.
Congratulations, Joe. Keep going, buddy. Go all in on the next hand if you got a ball sack. Let's go. Restart that shit and all. Designated drafter. Nah, he's back. He's in here. Everybody's in here. Everybody's rocking out. Oh my God, Broadster with the fucking bully tight end start and bully in a tight end premium. He's got Brock Bowers and Trey McBride. It's bold. Shout out to Broadster with the brilliant strat. I love that. I've been grabbing London early, second. Yeah, no, listen. Derek Brown thinks that Drake London is a dark horse wide receiver 1. I love Derek Brown as a dark horse. Not Derek Brown. Drake London as a dark horse wide receiver 1. I think Sleez likes him as well.
Mine as well. Yeah.
Pete, I'm not familiar with how you feel about Drake London, but
I love Drake London. Yeah, I have Drake London is my wide receiver 6. I have him in front of BTJ.
You guys, did you see Evan Ingram last night, boys, in that Joker role?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
did.
1 reception, 59 yards? It was nice. It was nice.
By the way, I do want to say Sleez big A-chain guy. I'm curious.
Do not bring it up right now. I don't want to talk.
You didn't take him over Bucky. I'm surprised.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm a little. My start's pretty risky here. Henry and A-chain, like Henry with the age, Achane already with a little bit of an injury.
I feel like there's a little bit of a different risk that's not age related with Derrick Henry that not a lot of people are talking about. And it's not necessarily a fade scenario. It's kind of like a make sure that you pick up Keaton Mitchell as well, because and not as a cuff either. I think last year we saw Derrick Henry late in games simply because we had to see him stay in the game because their defense was atrocious. It was terrible. They were lining up an incredible amount of points. That offense they were lights out. They were putting up a ridiculous amount of points. This year, I don't think that defense is going to be as bad. I think that defense is going to be incredible. I think they're going to get ahead early and often. And in the fourth quarter, sometimes even early, mid, third quarter, you're not going to see a lot of Derrick Henry. You're going to see a lot of garbage time touches. I think Keaton Mitchell in that scenario, in that role, especially as like an explosive back, is somebody I'm willing to sprinkle in as a best ball kind of guy. And redraft, it's tough to project that sort of scenario and situation where he's going to produce third quarter on and how much he's going to produce. But that's my only hesitation with Derrick Henry, because he is just one of one. Nobody's like him ever at any other position. So that's my only hesitation with Henry. Let's keep going with the chat, unless you guys have anything to add to that.
Check your phone, Pete. Roll it. Yeah, you're good.
I'm on vacation and still join here. No idea why, but love you. We love you too. And I like to catch up with the chat, guys. If you guys have fantasy football questions, our job here, especially since it is August 17th, is to get you guys prepared for your leagues. All right, Chef, what's up? 14-team draft. It's going to get bloody. Let's go, Joe. Good luck, my friend. Kudos, big draft. My man, go cash them checks, buddy. Hope you're having a wonderful vacation. Yeah, Chef, hope you're having a great vacation. I heard Commanders are shopping Brian Robinson Jr. So, yeah, we have a vote going on over here onto what people think would be the best fit and best landing spot for Brian Robinson Jr. I know, Pete, you floated around the idea of
Bears,
Chicago Bears. I think KC would be nice because I don't think Pacheco's going to be good. Sleez, is there any other landing spot for him?
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. What do you got?
Nothing. We're gonna keep moving.
Brian Robinson Jr. nowhere. No.
By the way, they did. Someone brought up that Bengals maybe would be an interesting landing spot.
Oh, that would be pretty devastating for Chase Brown, especially in the red zone area.
I don't think he's moved, man.
I don't think he's getting moved either. I don't think, for what it's worth, I don't think he's getting moved either.
Fantasy advantage says I wanted Gibbs, but Speed had to auto him. Heard.
What team is fantasy advantage? Is that hype? That's hype.
Yeah,
right?
that's hype.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought so.
Feels like I had to take Amon-Ra in the second round. Feels like you didn't watch my video yesterday, Dynasty FF Helper. Thoughts on Brian Robinson's situation? I think it's good. I'd like him to end up in either the New York Jets, because that means that Breece Hall will be free from the New York Jets and actually be on a competitive team. So I love that. But other than that, I don't care.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun draft, boys. Let's keep it going.
No, I'm having a blast. Broadster stole my start. Cash game not tourney. Warren in round 6. Tyler Warren or Jalen Warren?
Hoff said he would join, by the way.
Okay.
So I'll send him a link if I can. I don't know if I can. I can't send the link here.
Yeah, I'll send it to him. I got it.
How far is Rashee Rice gonna fall? You guys should. Hey, Rashee Rice on the board, guys. Pick him up. Hot pick. Hot pick. How far is he gonna fall? You think, Pete?
I mean, I wouldn't touch him until like pick 90, pick 100, and I'm being dead ass about that. I'm not even trying to over exaggerate. I really wouldn't.
I'm not touching him.
What was the question?
Yeah, it's about Rashee Rice.
Rashee Rice. How far is he gonna fall?
Hoff, the invites there. You know how I feel about Rashee Rice. I mean, Dolphins, if Etienne's hurt, Etienne won't get hurt. Good evening. 16-team redraft trade. Do I trade 102 for 216? You can trade your picks in some redraft leagues. Interesting. This is Hustlin' Bruce. He says, good evening. 16-team redraft trade. Do I trade 102 for 216 and 401? And
that was one of my guys. I'm answering some guys in the chat. I said no in a 16-man. Like you need studs, and to not have a first round pick is tough.
Yeah.
But what 102? He's either going to get Bijan or Jamar Chase, right? There's no real other option there, right? The
Or Lamb.
216, you're looking what? Jonathan Taylor, Trey McBride territory. So I agree with you. What team are you, BD? BDE does not have a team in this draft. BDE is hosting this because Sleez says it's community first, and community first happens to be my brand. I promised the wife no more redrafts. I just helped set it up and made sure I saved it from fucking collapsing today, because sometimes you gotta be a good friend. I might have to pop in watching the Bears' first offensive drive first. That's fine. I should probably put that up.
I'd like to thank Dan for wasting his fantasy football pick in the 3rd round. Congratulations, DFS picks.
I think it's a fine pick. Breece Hall, AJ Brown. AJ Brown's definitely going to outperform that fucking loser, T. Higgins. Yeah, T. Higgins still not off the board. That's fine. So JCM is the real deal then. I think JCM is this year's Bucky Irving for what
I hate you. I hope you freaking go skydiving. I hope you have no parachute. What are you doing taking Travion Henderson that early? Come on.
I got him. I got him like right by Walker. I got to check my rankings. I may actually have Walker behind him. So, and in this format, I need the upside, bro. It's a 14-man. I have him over Walker. He's my next highest ranked running back on the board.
Wait, you have Travion Henderson over Kenneth Walker?
I do.
I need to be in more drafts with you, brother. Should I do it? Says Broadster.
If he's not healthy, man. Just saying.
What?
If Walker ain't healthy, he misses games.
I mean,
I'll pick Charbonnet.
I mean, any running back who has that kind of success in the league historically, who's that efficient on a per touch.
What success has he had? Because he's been efficient. That don't mean shit to me.
Well, I mean, you asked me a question. Give me a second to answer. He has been a very good, productive running back who has,
when he's healthy,
and exploded and been a very viable running back in fantasy. He's put up a couple 30-point performances in his young career, right? The only thing that's been holding him back is his injury. So if you're going to bet against an injury, that's completely fine. But more often than not, in a contract year, a running back who is playing for his NFL career and livelihood is going to perform and play through more injuries. I'm betting on Kenneth Walker to play through the injuries. Do I care for him in Dynasty or what happens to him or for him next year? No, but I know he's in a contract year this year, and I know that the scheme that Clint Kubiak brings, especially with the rate that they do outside zone runs at a very high top 10 level with Clint Kubiak and how efficient he is in the outside zone scheme, I'm 100% in on Kenneth Walker. He's a top 10 running back for me. So, like Travion Henderson, I love him. I don't think anybody was higher on him coming into the NFL draft, and I'm glad that he landed on my New England Patriots. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about a bell cow versus a guy who's in a 1A, 1B room. So
I get what you're saying. It's a 14-man league though, and you even get points for touchdowns on a kickoff return. So Travion Henderson had first touch, kick return for a touchdown. What I would say about Walker, Walker's only had 1,000-yard season on the ground. And this is a great scheme. It ain't about his ability. It's about his availability. He missed the most games of his career last year. He had an injury in OTAs with the ankle. Now it's a foot injury. He's getting veteran rest days and didn't suit up with the starters, but they're claiming that it's not an injury. He's not injured. It's rest. I mean, it's just the story doesn't check out. I get Joe Mixon vibes from it, to be completely honest with you. I don't think it's nearly as bad as Mixon, but I don't trust the situation at all. And I'd much rather be connected to Charbonnet, who I think is going to get Charbonnet ran the second most routes at any running back last year.
Yeah, but he was not as efficient on a per route basis in the game.
I get it. Efficiency's fine, but it don't matter if you're not available.
Well, I mean, so here's the thing. If you're going to pass on Kenneth Walker and this is the year that he's available because he's playing for a contract, are you going to kick yourself in the butt?
Sure. I could say the same thing about Tyreek Hill. I passed on Tyreek Hill. We know if Tyreek Hill
You cannot say the same thing about Tyreek Hill because Kenneth Walker
he's been a league winner.
Kenneth Walker's coming off of his rookie contract, whereas Tyreek Hill is how old now? 30, 31, 32?
I'm
So, I
sorry,
mean,
but
it's
dude,
different scenarios,
a
different positions.
24-year-old running back in his 4th season getting veteran rest days before the season has even started, who consistently misses time. I will absolutely be upset if he stays healthy because he will be a top 12 back if he's healthy. I have no doubt in my mind about
I
that.
mean, he's never
But
been healthy
I
his
don't
entire
trust it.
career either.
I mean,
just don't trust it, man.
they said the same thing about Saquon Barkley his last year in New York before they extended the franchise tag, that he just couldn't stay healthy.
Come
They
on.
keep
We
saying
can't
the same
compare him
thing
to
about.
Saquon was a
Yeah,
complete.
that's
I mean,
not.
they're not even the same.
I mean, you're going to see a very productive, successful season from Kenneth Walker, and I'm
If
just
he's
trying to
healthy.
be a good.
I'm not
I'm just
saying
trying to
that's
be
not
a good
true.
friend here, Pete, and tell you
I'm not
fucking
saying
put him on your team.
if he's
That's
healthy,
it.
yes. That's not the point.
I mean, you're saying he's not going to be
I
healthy.
even
He's
tweeted
healthy
about
now.
it the other day, yesterday. If he's healthy, he should be a top 12. He's got top 6 upside, in my honest opinion. But I don't trust
then
it
you
right
should-
now.
You should.
I'm
draft him.
taking
Dude,
Travion
all of the
Henderson over
starters
Kenneth
played
Walker
this
all day.
weekend, and he didn't play. Why? If there's no cause for concern,
Because it's the
why
fucking
didn't he play?
preseason. What are you playing
Sam
for?
Darnold was out there. JSN, Cooper Kupp.
What
Why
are
are
you
those
playing
guys out
for
there?
in the fucking preseason? Why
If
risk
he's not hurt, though, why? If
Yeah,
he's
how
not
many?
hurt, though,
If
is he hurt or
Christian
not?
McCaffrey isn't
Is
hurt,
he
why
hurt or
doesn't he
not?
play
Disco?
in fucking the preseason game?
Do you think there's any
If
injury at all?
Saquon Barkley isn't hurt, why isn't he playing in the fucking preseason game? If Josh
The
Jacobs
rest
isn't
of
hurt,
his team played. That's the difference. I'm not talking about how other teams handle.
it doesn't
The
matter
entire
if the rest of
starting
his team.
lineup was
Hang
out
on,
there.
hang
It doesn't
on, hang
matter.
on. Let me interject
Like,
here.
oh my
CMC
God,
and
it's so
Saquon
stupid.
Barkley have earned their fucking
Like,
right.
if you
Yes,
are
that's what I'm
banking on the
saying.
fact
That's
that
what
he
I'm
missed a
saying.
preseason game to fade
It's
him,
not
then
about that,
it's
though. It's
all
about the fact that I don't think
free
he's
money.
healthy. That's
It's
the
free money.
problem.
I don't
What'd
either.
you say?
I would have taken Travion Henderson over K9.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you're entitled to your opinion too. It's stupid, but I mean, you're entitled to it. Okay, Brosser said, "Should I do it?" What were you talking about? Oh, you took Terry McLaurin. No, that's stupid. I don't know. How do you guys feel about Terry McLaurin this year?
I'm not touching him.
I passed on Terry. I mean, I like him, but I don't like him this high.
I mean, you're just looking at like the touchdown production versus the amount of receptions he had last year and the EPA, the way he
I like
outproduced
him.
that on a weekly basis. I don't like
not
betting
drafting
on
him.
touchdown production to repeat. He had what, 12, 13 receiving touchdowns last year. Betting on that to repeat is a recepe for disaster in fantasy football.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Shout out to Amon-Ra St. Brown Truthers as well. What team pick is Sleez? Sleez is at the 114. Can you guys see the entire screen? Yeah, you can. He's at the 114 here. Is there? Yeah.
Right. This league is taking a ton of wide receivers. I mean, geez, holy shit.
It just went ham.
I mean, it's fine. I'll just keep taking running backs. I mean,
Yeah, I can't even see who's available right now. I just have the draft board up.
yeah. Maybe pull up. Can you pull? Yeah, I was gonna say maybe pull it up.
Can you believe that Tyreek Hill fell to the fucking 3-point fucking 14?
Yeah, I thought about it, but I just didn't want to have him and A-Chain, and there's too many weird vibes with A-Chain's injury and Hill being Hill that I don't want to take a chance on getting burned by both possibly.
I'm fine with the gamble that late.
No,
I
don't blame
20
you.
ADP.
Who took Xavier where the young pro is his draft is wow.
Young
Zero
Pro
running backs
is
thus
dead in
far.
the water.
I mean, no running back. That's
You're
gonna be
dead, bro.
tough. Man.
Like this is redraft. You kind of need to get your elite
In a
running back.
14 man.
Yeah,
Quiet, Pete. Don't give no secrets away.
I mean, now at this point, what do you mean? Running backs are flying off the board. We're at a point where we can talk about it now. I mean, it's a 14 man.
All right, Rice, not Tice. Overthinking a 14-team pairing Rice with Addison. I mean, it is a very reckless strategy, but it could pay off. Whether he is or not, they move B-Rob. He steps into a high-powered offense. Yeah. Gens. Okay, where are you saying, Pete?
What were you gonna say, Pete? Yeah.
No, I my heart wants to take Travis Hunter just so that but I'm not gonna take him.
Let him fall to daddy, bro.
Yeah. Let's at least take Travis Hunter. Let him stay on business.
I'm gonna stick to my rankings. I'm gonna take Rome.
Oh God,
James with a great point. He said Dallas needs a running back. B-Rob will fit awesome with the Cowboys. God bless me twice. Jeez Louise. Thank you. We got a question here from Shadow Wiz Wicked says, one man keeper league, keep Kyron Williams to lose round 8 or keep Brock Bowers to lose round 10 tight end slot in my league as tight end wide receiver. You asked me this question on Friday, and the answer stays the same. It's 100% Brock Bowers. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Really, Henderson that early? That's fine. Silliness, says Clark Landry. Good to see you, Clark. What silliness, though? I was very, very, very close to taking Kittle there for laughs. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. This draft is going fast. Time limit? I don't know, man. I'm just here. I'm literally just here because it's got my name on it. This draft is going fast. Time limit? What's the time limit, Sleez? Is it 30 seconds? It's a minute. It's a minute.
1 minute.
TJ Hawkinson. All right, Sleez. Stand on business. Take your Travis Hunter here. Or your guy, Jerry Jeudy.
What do I want to do here? What do I want to do?
I love Terry Rice's draft, by the way. Golden. Fantastic pick. Messed everyone's draft up taking Henderson. Laughed my ass off. So, remind me, what are the roster spots? Okay, so
2 running backs.
I got it here. It's
flex.
1 quarterback, 2 RBs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flexes, 1 kicker, 1 defense. Wow. And then how many bench spots? 9?
8.
It's wild.
Oh, the Isaiah Pacheco pick. Just burn one. Sorry, Terry.
I mean, you were having a great draft until that pick. It's good to see first take on mixtape.
That's my buddy.
Guys, you're both wrong. I there settled it. My question is, we hate the O-line for receiving in Seattle. Why does it work for RB? Hope Walker can have a season. I don't hate the offensive line. I've been actually above consensus on my offensive line projections for the Seattle Seahawks. I believe Sleez is the one who hates the offensive line there.
Everyone's all hyped up over preseason, man. Who cares if they're rushing for 250
all
yards?
I'm saying is in an outside run zone scheme,
yeah,
that
scheme is great.
Kubiak Masters,
It looks
they
nice.
can get away with it in the run, especially with how efficient Kenneth Walker is in that. So you pair the outside zone scheme plus what Kenneth Walker does, where he's tremendously efficient and explosive at, and the contract here. Kenneth Walker seems like a no-brainer, but I respect, listen, we may argue and bicker, but I respect both of these guys' opinions. Do I respect it enough to change my opinion? No, but at the end of the day, I'm going to bet and draft like I'm right and have the humility to know that I could be wrong. But I'm definitely not wrong about Kenneth Walker. I love Kenneth Walker. All right,
staying away from him because the updated injuries. I actually agree with Pete. I hate saying I agree with Pete.
I got it. Okay, there we go. We got the Hoffinator in here. I had to.
What's up, Hoff?
I wanted to pop in and say hi, see what Petey's doing, and I wanted to say I don't give a shit about a player's metrics when you can't see on the field.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion too. Shit, welcome to the stream.
Comes in lit.
Disco, can you pull the chat that's scrolling? Can you take that off at least for this, so that way we can just see the board if you're gonna pull comments, kind of thing?
Like that?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, listen, if you're going to go based off of what happened last year, you're going to be fucking really, really setting yourself up for failure, because reacting on last year and drafting according to last year's results is the number one way to fuck yourself over this upcoming year in fantasy.
I mean,
so if Kenneth Walker wasn't healthy last year or the year before, but you're betting against him and going against history, where historically, especially the last 20 years, 60% of the running backs who were drafted at that fucking.
But I'm not worried about 60% of the running backs. I'm worried about Kenneth Walker. You know,
but you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be.
Well, I am.
I mean, hey, listen, more Kenneth Walker for me. I'm okay with that. Kenneth Walker was a full go in practice today. Shocker, right? Debo is the better value. Debo's 100% the better value between him and Terry McLaurin. Because Debo
Kenneth Walker over under Kenneth Walker 10 games this year. Over.
Kenneth Walker is going to play the entire season.
I say he plays like 11.
I was gonna say 10, so I wouldn't
put it at 10. All right, that's right. All
right. I mean, he did a good number.
I don't like Kenneth Walker this year. I know the argument's going on. I don't. It's too risky.
Yeah.
How effective would the 1-2 tight end strategy be in a tight end premium super flex dynasty startup? I mean, it would suck on week 8 for you this year, especially if you're going Brock Bowers.
Nice,
and
Kevy.
McBride. I typically wouldn't recommend it, especially if it's round 1s and 2. But I understand why you would do it. I just think you're limiting yourself tremendously. I'd rather just take a big shot in round 1 on, a high upside player who is ascending, and then pass on Brock Bowers because there's no way he's going to repeat what he did last year, and take Trey McBride in round 2 if you could. Any opinions or answers on this one, Hoff?
Well, I was just going to say the Bears had a fantastic first drive. I'll answer that in a second. I'll also say I'm going to pretend to be shocked that Pete drafted both Ted McMillan and Ricky Pearsall. But yeah, how effective would the 1-2 bully tight end strategy be in a premium? It could be effective.
Not good. No,
I mean, I've tried it before. I could tell you it hasn't worked for me more than it has. So
I've never seen him win a championship. Put it that way.
Yeah, I'd kind of like it's fun when you're doing the draft because you're thinking, man, I'm gonna own this thing. But I don't know. It doesn't really work out when you fill out the rest of your roster, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. Last year I was kind of like the bully tight end guy, and it sucked.
There's only so many separators at the tight end position when it comes to points per game. Once you get past Kittle, McBride, and Bowers last year, like the drop off is pretty solid.
But even in a tight end premium.
Even in a tight end premium, I mean, there's so many guys you can get later. I wouldn't handcuff myself. The tight end position's the lowest scoring, even if it's premium. I'm not taking 2.
Rankings.
Yeah, no way.
I like tiers better. I respect that. I draft with tiers, but it's good to have rankings as well.
I think Broster's team is cooked already, bro. Not gonna lie.
What's it? Oh, the bully
double tight end. Yeah, it's not smart.
I mean, hey, he hasn't even landed the plane yet.
Fuck you, soldier.
Jordan Addison hurts, but yeah, that was a long time. My bad, man. It's 3 shows on 2 platforms, so we're doing our very best. Okay, we got that one. 8 bench spots. Nobody is going to be left in the waivers. Nope. Okay, you asked that 3 times. Hoff is coming in hot. Yeah, I mean that's fine. I respect it. Mahomes is early for me. Oh, oh God. Who's Scott?
That's my buddy.
That's your buddy.
Yeah.
Yes. Scott. Patrick Mahomes, where Patrick Mahomes is going in fantasy football this year in drafts, is the best value you will ever get in fantasy football. Period.
Oh God.
Wait.
Here we go.
What?
Here goes Pete. Line it up, baby. Let's talk.
Are you saying? I
gotta focus on this draft.
Are you saying Pat Mahomes is the best value that he's been at in his career, or he's the best value in drafts? Period.
Best value, like I didn't fucking stutter. Respectfully, I didn't stutter. I said what I said. He's the best value in fantasy football history. Period. That is my opinion. He's my QB1 coming into the year. If you want to ask me why, I will gladly answer and stand on it.
History, like Cam Newton's rookie year, we're talking, or what?
These are not like hot takes. These are based off of my assessment and my analysis. So
that's fine.
I'll gladly stand on it. Like if you're looking at all of his deep ball attempts last year,
bro. You know it.
You know
it. Pete knows it. Come on, let's go.
He's just trying to. I don't know. He's either trying to rile up Pete with Pat Mahomes talk, or he's trying to get Pete trying to make a pick. But anyway, go ahead. Proceed.
Yeah, if you're looking at his pass attempts of 30 plus yards, 30 to 50 plus yards every single time last year, he was hit, hurried, rushed. The issue was they had garbage and their left guard, Joe Tooney, playing left tackle, protecting his blind side. And 98% of the pressure on those pass attempts came from the blind side. Okay. They've addressed that this year in the draft by bringing in who I believe is the best offensive tackle in this class, had he not gotten injured, in Josh Simmons from the University of Ohio State. You give Patrick Mahomes time, and I know everybody wants to praise him for being this elite off-rhythm passer, but nobody on the planet ever in the history of Everdom will ever be a successful passer off rhythm 30 plus yards while he's getting nailed on his blind side. So I believe when you give him that blind side protection, when you're not doing this willy-nilly behind the back pass stuff in training camp, just being all lackadaisical, you have the revenge tour narrative. You have what I deem to be an inefficient and unsuccessful run game.
Him!
I'm betting against.
I thought I was going to get digs on the way back. Fuck.
So that's a good point with the offensive line. Good point. I'll totally take that. But I would also just go with, and yeah, there is a revenge tour narrative. Sure, you could totally say that. And if Rashee Rice wasn't staring down the barrel of being suspended for what they're saying potentially half the season, then I'd be totally. I would be more in. Because I don't trust some of these other weapons there, and I also think that the way the Chiefs' defense is constructed, they don't need Pat Mahomes to be what Pat Mahomes was years ago. They can get by with not even what he was last year. They can get by with
Mahomes to be Mahomes, man. Pacheco, I don't trust. He's got to go lights out.
Mahomes for me, he's still ranked my 11th quarterback, but among quarterbacks last year that finished inside the top 12, he had the third lowest points per game. So I think you could draft Pat Mahomes, but I just think you're going to run into some frustrating weeks because you might have the defense shuts down the opposing offense, and all of a sudden you don't need it. You don't need Pat Mahomes to be.
Ultimately, when you bring up last year's stats and even the year's stats before that, I can't deny what you're saying because everything you're saying is accurate. The way I try to separate myself from other content creators and just in the fantasy football world and where I found success and where I've created my following and built my following is I make bold calls. Like I like to think people don't call me Big Draft Energy because I'm 6'8". It's because I make big calls and I fucking nail them. Obviously, it's because I'm 6'8" and 320 pounds and I'm a massive human. But this is a call that I believe in my heart of hearts. I believe he is the greatest value we'll ever see in fantasy football history. And you may not be familiar with my work, Mike, and I am.
I've seen. Yeah.
But Xavier Worthy, in my opinion, his floor is top 10 this year. So to go back on your Rashee Rice point, I don't care about Rashee Rice. Xavier Worthy, Patrick Mahomes, I bet on them in over 650 best ball lineups. I am all in. I'm very invested.
So when you say Mahomes is the best value, so you're saying he's going to be QB1 then? You have to be QB1.
Have you not seen my rankings?
Okay, so I'm just making sure.
Yeah, he's QB1.
Where do you have him ranked? Because I haven't seen your rankings. I'm sorry.
He's my QB1.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, he's my QB1 this year.
Yeah, I'm just not there.
Yeah,
I mean, hey man, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'll respect everybody's opinion. Yeah. Fantasy football mediator Matt, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. He says, why don't we maintain that injury tick and confidence for JT then? They happen to RBs, shouldn't write off Walker so soon. I agree with you, fantasy football mediators, Matt. One of the sharpest fantasy football minds in the industry. And you guys at the Fantasy Football Faceoff have
I don't draft JT either.
With Brian Robinson trade rumor speculations, what's everyone's value on Eckler? I don't think Eckler's value is the one that trades. I think the only one who would go up is Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, unless there's another running back trade candidate in the whole trades with Brian Robinson Jr. going. Sleez is convinced that, but it's a theoretical.
What would they give for him?
It's a
26-year-old shot.
It's a theoretical question, right? If somebody's asking a theoretical question, just answer it.
Dude, I just don't think he's getting traded.
Deontay Thornton is going to be wide receiver 1 for the Raiders.
A lot of people like him, man. Fantasy Football Anonymous, who's been doing a bunch of shows with us, he was beating the drum for him a lot, and he's looking good so far. I mean, it's not impossible.
I will say
it's open.
I will say this: the one argument that I didn't like for him kind of got shot because I thought that he was a terrible pass blocker and a terrible run blocker at the wide receiver position. But this guy could get down in the run blocking game, and I don't think he's going to lose snaps or opportunities because he's a poor blocker. He's actually a really, really good blocker, and I mean, there's a world where that's a possibility, especially with the chunk plays and Geno Smith and how we see. Pete Carroll historically like his chunk play guys, especially in the red zone, i.e. like a DK Metcalf and whatnot. JCM would be the biggest winner, 100%. Supernova won the draft. Okay. So if you guys see any good shots, by the way, just tell me to pull them up. I'm just gonna kind of like click through and just let the conversation go.
I'll say this, Pete. I like your team second best.
I'm a little. My team has really high bust potential. I don't have a ton of veterans. I have a lot of unproven guys, but in a 14-man, like I said, I'm just a 14-man. Like I'm not playing it safe. You gotta go for upside.
Yeah, go for it.
So since we have a panel up here, let me ask the panel a question. Who is a player that is completely overhyped that you guys are just not in on this year at all, and you're not listening and believing the hype? We'll start with you, Sleez.
Brees Hall, run.
But I don't think Brees Hall's overhyped. Would you?
Yeah, I think he's. If anything, I think he's kind of. I mean, it's like
This is like
RB14.
the lowest you could
Okay,
ever get Brees Hall.
okay.
No?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess you know how I feel about Brees. Overhyped, like getting hyped now, and okay.
Because like I try to avoid the
I'm gonna
hype.
go with
Hype
Romo
against us
Doomsday.
every year. Like last year, I know a bunch of dumb content creators, especially the one on they had guys like Anthony Richardson as their QB1, for example.
Ugh.
Shout out to you, Sleez. I love you, buddy. So like
I'm gonna go with Romo Doomsday.
Romo Doomsday.
Yep.
I
I don't believe the wide receiver one hype nonsense.
So why not?
Because I believe that Luther Burden will out-target him this year in the Amon-Ra 2.0 role in Ben Johnson's offense.
Pete, why are you upset? Did you just get sniped or
no? I just don't see a world where Burden out targets him. I just don't. I mean, I'm not buying into every training camp and every preseason thing, but all the reports have said that Rome has been like the guy. They drafted him first. They drafted him first round last year, and it was
that last year too in the preseason.
Different coaching staff, though.
Preseason,
different offensive line, different regime, different coaching staff.
Burden's odd man out in two wide receiver sets.
Yep.
We know Ben Johnson used to love running 2 tight end sets.
Who was a better college prospect?
I don't see a world where Burden out targets him. I just don't see it. Rome would have to be really, really bad or get injured. I just don't see it.
I mean, like, I don't think the draft capital conversation or argument is a good one, but in probably one of the greatest wide receiver draft classes we've ever seen last year, Romo Dunze went relatively high, and in one of the most lackluster classes.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Burden really didn't go high. I
took my stack play. I hope you.
I'm not betting on either one of them. I'm going with DJ Moore, and that's the fucking final answer. What about you, Hoff?
Someone that's got hype that I'm not buying into, no matter what.
Yeah.
See, I don't because. I mean, who's got a lot of hype right now? I mean,
I think Garrett Wilson has
hype,
too much
but
hype.
I mean,
Garrett Wilson has way too much hype.
Fucking what a clown!
Where's he going right now? Let me see this. Where is he right now? Garrett Wilson's going what?
End of
15?
End of round 2.
Yeah, I've got him. End of round 2. I got him back into round 3 on my thing. I mean, I'm looking at something else, but
PPR format.
Oh, PPR. Go on. Yeah, give me a hot second. Let me see what I got here.
Stand on business, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I would say Garrett Wilson actually, because I mean, I think Justin Fields can. I think Justin Fields can squeak past his over under on passing touchdowns, which I think was like 14.5. I think he could squeak by that, but not a ton. And I think Wilson gets the volume clearly, obviously.
Yeah.
But
like he's always gotten the volume and he's never done anything with it.
Well, he did last year. Last year he did finish as a top 12 wide receiver, but
he was a wide receiver
prior, what he was like in the 20s, I think, like the 2 years prior. So yeah. So last 2 years, 1,000%. Like the previous 2 years, 1,000%. Last year he was still, which goes to show you, by the way.
I was going to take Kirk. Nice pick.
And Aaron Rodgers not washed yet. Not washed yet. He's got one more year in him. But yeah, you know what? Maybe it would be Garrett Wilson.
Hang on, Hop. He's not washed yet. He only has 1 year left. I mean, what do you mean?
Well, he's not washed yet. He's gonna have a good year. He's gonna have a good year.
All right.
By the way, bet the
I'm rooting for him.
His
I'll
passing yards. I think his passing yards are what, like 3,200. Bet the over.
Low.
Yeah, it's low.
If he makes it to the season, that's the scary part.
They're probably going to run the ball more than Aaron Rodgers is used to being on an offense with a team running the ball. But I still think he could still clear 3,200 passing yards with DK Metcalf there. I'm just putting that out there. But Garrett Wilson
I like that.
probably be, you know.
Do we think that Aaron Rodgers will reclaim that audible control that he's had in years past, especially with like New York?
Nope.
Now he has zero control over the audibles, over the play calling whatsoever.
You're talking about Pete. You're talking about. Oh yeah, Pete's picking. We're talking about 2 people that we perceive to be headstrong people in offensive coordinator Arthur Smith and then Aaron Rodgers. I mean, do they have a meeting of the minds and say, "Hey, at this point, like I'm gonna do this at this point. Like this is what I'm thinking. Sure, but does he have free reign this year? I don't think so. But I still think he hits the over on the passing yards, 3,200. I think he hits it.
If he stays healthy, he has to, right?
Yeah.
Fantasy football, fantasy FF Rabbit Dad.
Oh, that one hurt.
yeah.
That did not so
I'm
good.
with Pete Burden out targeting.
He did not like that.
World doesn't exist. So Pete, who's a guy that is getting way too much hype that you're just not in on?
I don't know if he's getting a lot of hype, but I would say James Cook. I'm probably
that's what I was thinking too. But
I'm probably the lowest. I have James Cook as my running back.
Why are you out on James Cook?
I have James Cook as my running back 16 right now. Maybe that's not necessarily. I don't know. I just don't.
My
think-
16.
Number 2 schedule for a running back. They're favored in every game. He's asking for third down.
According to who?
He's not getting. I don't think he's going to get that third down.
Well, he's asking for it, is what I'm saying. I didn't say he's getting it.
Josh Allen clearly likes Ty Johnson, trusts Ty Johnson. Josh Allen literally said that Ty Johnson's the best third down back in the league. And also
every quarterback says their player is the best in the fucking league.
Okay, he didn't say James Cook was. Why didn't he say James Cook? Why didn't he say James Cook should be out as a
talking about third down running back?
I think you're giving that little concept.
I'm just my point is you're talking about a guy who was outside the top 25 in total opportunity share too. I mean, I don't think that opportunity share breaks inside the top 20. They like what they have with Ty Johnson. Ray Davis had 6 touchdowns last year. And James Cook is going to regress with touchdowns. That's a fact. It's going to happen.
But
I don't see him.
Can I ask you? Don't you think that argument could go against you? Because some would say, well, he only had 48% touches.
Yeah, he didn't have them
in that backfield.
If you thought that he was going to get more, but I don't think he is.
Well, you don't.
You don't think the volume increases?
No.
I'm with you. I don't think there's a.
I don't think volume increases enough. I don't.
But wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. But if we're talking about
the question is, will it increase? Yes.
Let's go with what. Hold on.
49.2%.
We need a little order.
That goes up.
We need a little order. Let's go one at a time. Let everybody finish their point because I feel like there's too much talking over each other and we're missing clips. So one at a time. Let's try to get a little bit of order in here. Let's try to make sure that everybody is getting their point out and we're just giving everybody the respect they deserve. So who's up right now? Hoff, is that you?
I mean, I'll just say he had 279 total touches in 2023. Last year he had 200, little over 250. But he had 2 touchdowns in 2023, 16 touchdowns last year. That was just specifically rushing. Touchdowns again, receiving 4 in 2023, 2 last year. I just think it's hard to say for a player that had 4 touchdowns in his first 2 years in the league and then 16 last year that he's just going to do 16 again and it's done. Even if volume increases, even if touchdowns go down, if touchdowns dip down to say, I don't know, rushing touchdowns dip down to 10, is he getting enough touches to counteract what he's losing there?
So that's a great point, Hoff, and I'm with you, and I'm also with Pete. Even though 48% is very low, and an increase would make those numbers more appealing to, I want to say the more the less informed. I would also say this: the efficiency was at an all-time high. He produces EPA at one of the highest levels for a running back in the last 15 years. And you're also considering the fact that he just got paid, so he's not really hungry anymore. He doesn't really have much to go for, and I would have preferred him if he didn't sign the bag. But I mean, you can't get mad at him for getting paid. So you say it doesn't change. So floor is yours, Sleez. You've definitely made some growls and some noises.
Yeah, James Cook has top 5 upside this year. What are we talking about here? The Bills defense is better. They're favored in every game. They're going to control the clock like maniacs. They're going to use James Cook more than last year, 100%. That's why they paid this man.
But even
the most guaranteed money in 5 fucking years. What are we talking about?
But
James Cook. Don't listen.
Let me ask you. So you said that the defense is going to be better.
Yes.
So you think
improved.
It'll be more favorable game script?
They're favored in every game.
Okay, I'm saying more favorable game script is what you're expecting.
Yeah,
they were 26th in pace of play last year. The Bills,
Okay.
26. They were 7th in game script. So that shows that when they have a lead, they play
Their
slow.
entire
So what
defense was
you're
decimated
saying
with
is if
injuries
the
last year,
defense is
too.
going to be better and they're going to be playing with more leads, they're going to play just as slow as they did last year. So again, I don't expect that to go up. I don't.
I'll take
If
all
you
bets,
told me
yeah,
that the defense
past
was worse, I
49%.
actually might feel better because
All
maybe
right.
they might say, "Fuck it, we got to get James Cook maybe a little bit out in the receiving."
All right,
role a little
let's
more.
take a bet. Let's stand on business. I'll take any bet he snaps.
All right,
49%.
just wait. Hoff, was there
on.
anything you wanted to
Talk
add
is
to that?
cheap.
Because I do have a point, but Hoff, please, I'll host you. Just make your point. I love
I'll
this.
be I'll be quick with mine. And even again, just the same thing I said. Even if he gets more volume, which is what they're saying, which what he's saying, which is fine. It could very well, but again, like I illustrated earlier, he had more touches in 2023. So, but can we guarantee 16 touchdowns? Lock it
he's
up.
gonna regress in touchdowns for sure. I mean, 18.
Okay, so I just simply think that he can get more touches, but the fall in touchdown, it's not gonna weigh itself out for me personally.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask a question to the panel, and it's just a quick, like you're very in on it or you don't really care. Implied point totals. When you look at that and how Vegas plays the odds for the implied point totals and projects it for all the other teams, how much of a factor does that have in the weights it holds in your fantasy football draft approach?
It doesn't for me in fantasy football. It does for me when I'm playing DFS.
Okay, Pete.
No.
Oh my god!
What did he? What Pete?
Corey Crosby Merritt.
Okay.
I was waiting to reach for that.
Pete was probably.
I knew it was only you that was going to do it. I
have like the all bust team though. I'm telling you, like my team is. I have Scadaboo, I have Merritt, like I have Pearsall year 2, I have Henderson rookie, I have Rome year 2, I have Tet year 1, like I have Drake May year 2. Like my team has so much potential to be a bust, but at the same time, I don't mind it.
Well, after you make your pick, I mean, you are on the panel to answer a goddamn question, Peter.
What do you got? What do you got for me?
You weren't even listening, man.
The implied point totals. How much weight does it hold in your fantasy football draft approach, if any?
Like a season long?
Yeah, just your fantasy football draft approach. Like if you
draft approach, I don't look at them too much unless I'm doing my rankings and I'm stuck on 2 guys. I might go look at that. I really generally mainly only look at the quarterbacks for the implied totals. But I don't need the Vegas implied totals for me, at least, to project. Like I can get a pretty good feel for who I think is going to be a good offense, going to score a lot of points. I think for my defensive videos, like my streamers, I use Vegas's implied totals heavily when I pick my defensive rankings. I'll tell you that.
Okay. What about you, Sleez? How much weight does implied point totals hold to you?
A lot.
I like that. Why?
That's fantasy points.
Okay. So now if I ask the panel related question, what team do you think has the most total implied points for them to score this year? What team would you guys think?
Bills. I feel like it's trapped.
Yeah, given this is coming off a James Cook conversation, I'm going to say the Bills.
Oh, you know it, baby.
With that being said, you don't think that he can, say he gets 12 touchdowns based off of where he's going off the board, which is RB 15, RB 20 territory. You don't think that he could give you that fair return on investment where you're not losing out on drafting him and picking him there at the running back region, knowing that information now?
I'm not taking him in the mid-3rd. That's where he's going. I'm just not. I'd rather reach for Chase Brown, who goes at pick 26. James Cook is at pick 31. I'd much rather take James Cook. Less competition there. I think he's a better
mid-3rd. Where like underdog,
sleeper.
So, yeah, probably sleeper.
I guess I haven't done enough sleeper drafts.
I have Fantasy Pros ADP up right now, so that's why.
But I mean, if you're saying, like, let's just say it, like, if you're saying James Cook scores 12 touchdowns, and if he gets the touches, like if he gets more touches, which is what some of us are suggesting here, then Pete and I, who ironically enough both have him ranked at 16, we're probably a little bit too low. But implied point total, but I don't know. I don't think that
it's not the end all be all for sure.
Whatever. But I get why you did, and it's a good point to make. It's fine. It's cool. But yeah, I always use implied point totals when I'm doing my DFS picks.
I love DFS. Would you trade Ridley for Devontae Adams? If I'm getting Devontae Adams in this deal, It's tough.
Dynasty, I'm getting scared.
Yeah.
Getting scared about the Rams.
I'll still take Adams.
I like Adams a lot, but if I'm getting scared.
If it's Dynasty, I'd go Ridley.
I'm more off Puka with everything than I am off Devontae. Devontae's going to get cheaper, and I'm gonna continue to draft him even if he gets cheaper. Okay. Puka, I expected regression from Puka with Devontae coming into town with the lack of touchdowns we get from Puka. And people shit on the Jimmy G thing, but at the end of the day, if you look at the stats, like there was a game Jimmy G targeted targeted Adams 20 times,
a ton
when they were with the Raiders before, and then Jimmy G got hurt and then he sucked when he came back. But Devontae Adams is really good, and we're talking about Jimmy G with Sean McVay. We saw what he did with the 49ers, right? He went to the Raiders and sucked dick, but I think Sean McVay can get serviceable play. And Hoff is making that face because he's a 49ers fan, so I get it. And so is Sleez. But I'm more worried for Puka than I am Adams.
So am I.
Broadster says, Sleez, I draft specifically to avoid every player you are in on. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's just mean-spirited.
You guys,
because his team is done. You just burned it. Good draft.
Them is fighting words. Caleb Johnson, what is his impact the first month? Ooh, I like this question a lot, Scott. I do. Pete, let's let you go first.
I think he's going to be a guy that you're going to maybe throw in your flex and hold your nose. I think Caleb Johnson's a good player. I think it's going to take him some time to really get the full workload there. But I think Jaylen Warren's going to be involved heavily. I think Kenneth Gainwell's also going to be involved in the pass game. There's been concerns about Caleb Johnson's pass pro. And I just think overall that offensive line stinks. I'm taking Quinshon Judkins over Caleb Johnson. That's how I feel.
Before I go to the next person, I just want to say watching
Quinshon Judkins.
Watching Caleb Johnson's game yesterday, there's not that burst that people were talking about that he has ahead and above of Najee Harris. I think he might be a little bit less explosive than Najee Harris, which says a lot just based off of yesterday. Once again, it's just a preseason game. Sleez,
I hear you.
Sleez, how do you feel about Caleb?
I'd say probably around the same thing with Pete. He's gonna be a flex player. I think down the stretch he's gonna get more goal line work and get a lot more touchdowns, find the end zone more. I think it's gonna be a slow start.
All right, Hoff.
Yeah, I actually agree. I do think you're going to hold your nose, but I do think you're either going to be pleasantly surprised, or you're going to go, yeah, I was expecting that. I haven't watched. I watched a bunch of games today because I was laid up on the couch with gout in my knee, so I had a lot of chance to watch a lot of games. Didn't get to the Steelers. That means
you're having way too much beer, way too much red meat, and way too much crustaceans.
Well, if we can get into it, it's because my allopurinol went up from 40 milligrams to 100. So the urgent care was like, that is 1,000% why that just happened to you, because you went too far up in milligrams.
But it's not the beer. You don't drink beer at all.
No, never. Absolutely. I would never do that. That would be stupid of me. But I think they're going to get a pretty equal usage there between Caleb and Jaylen Warren. So yeah, I think you'll put him in your flex. Yeah, you shouldn't have him in there even as your RB2. If you have him as your RB1, you did something incredibly fucking wrong. You probably drank too much beer during your draft. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people who drink too much beer draft running back early and often. I feel like it's a good comparison there. I'm going to say Caleb Johnson, somebody who I don't know. I don't love. I'm kind of more as a PPR truther and a best ball guy. I like Jaylen Warren a little bit more than I do like him. I like the reliability as a pass blocker, especially with Aaron Rodgers and third downs. I think we're going to see a lot of check down equity, a lot of screen equity. That's where I like him. My only issue with Jaylen Warren is Arthur Smith outsmarting himself and making it like the Kenneth Gainwell show and making Kenneth Gainwell this year's Cordell Patterson. It's just an annoying offense to look at. I like Aaron Rodgers as a value. I like DK Metcalf as a value, and everybody else is just like, I'll sprinkle in every now and then if they fall. JCM, got that one. Just finished my draft. What are y'all thoughts on CMC, Malik Garrett, Travion Henderson, Tyler Warren? I think it's a good draft. I think everybody agrees it's a good draft.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I would just say too, to follow up on the Arthur Smith thing. I trust my ex-wife more than I trust Arthur Smith. So
I'd put my head on there for that one too.
Mm.
I'm just fucking with you.
No, fine.
No, not you. I started to Pete.
Oh.
Nice pick on Josh Palmer, baby.
If he's fucking healthy, man,
That's Pete's whole team. Pete's whole.
My team, it's a 14-man team league, so it's tough.
Pete's team is either going to be amazing or it's going to be a soft
yeah. I mean,
group.
this is the tough thing. You go 3 running backs straight in a 14-man. Like, these are the risks that you take. But I mean, Sleez's receivers are risky too. I mean, his receiver, he's got a rookie as his wide receiver too. He's got Shakir. He's got Diggs, who I love, and I'm kind of pissed because I thought that I was going to get him on the way back. He's got Burden, who's a rookie. He's got to wait for Ayuk to come back. I mean,
he's my down the stretch.
Well, what I'm saying, Sleez did the same thing. He took 3 running backs.
What's wrong with having a rookie as a wide receiver too?
I'm saying it's risky. I'm saying it's risky when you start with 3 running backs in the first 4 picks in a 14.
I don't want to hear it.
Already
for Drake May,
which is what I did. That's what I'm saying. Me and Sleez have similar teams where it's a lot of upside on young guys. Like that's just the truth.
Sometimes you have to do it when you're in a when you're in a league with 14 teams. Sometimes you kind of have to do that.
Dude, I played for depth. I played smart.
I find it very comical that our most intense conversation was about Kenneth Walker, and your greatest argument against Kenneth Walker is if he's healthy, and your entire team is literally the if he's
Mason
healthy.
T.
So it's just interesting.
That is fair.
I didn't hear what you said.
Fair criticism.
What did you say?
I said our most intense debate that we had today was about Kenneth Walker. Would you agree?
Yes.
And like your entire argument was premised on the fact that if he's healthy, he'll be all right. But is he ever healthy? And your entire team is literally the if he's healthy team.
With who? Who is that with?
Well, if he's healthy, but he's also got a lot of those,
outside. Josh Palmer's picked a 13th-round pick. I mean,
Josh Palmer's going to lead the Bills in touchdowns. Someone told me.
Scadaboo is the end of the 7th round, and he's got a little groin. There's concern there. Outside of that, I mean, it's really A-Chain, Scadaboo, and Palmer are the only guys that are hurt right now.
As an Honor fan, I would say Pearsall. He gets a lot of stuff too.
Pearsall's still banged up. Like
he's not banged up anymore.
He's not banged
up anymore. Pearsall actually played in the preseason game.
He looked great
after he had an injury. Unlike, Kenneth Walker.
He was banged up during minicamp, but he was also banged up last year during minicamp, and also before he got shot, he was also banged up.
I also think there's that validity into him getting shot, rushing to come back, and pulling a hamstring. I think there's probably truth to that. I mean, you rush to come back, you pull a hamstring. Like that's the problem with Terry McLaurin. That's why I worry about him. He's a 30-year-old wide receiver who's missed all of camp so far.
I'm just simply saying when you're talking about the players that would fit into that category based on who you have on your team, if you could say healthy, I think Pearsall could be in there. I think we could squeeze him in there.
I think Pearsall could be in there. Yeah, Pearsall could be in there.
I mean,
I'm saying he's not hurt right now. I'm saying he's not hurt right now. You know who is? Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, there he is. By the way, can I tell you I joined this call. I
was waiting for you to get freaking comical. Finally, you're so serious.
I had the Met game on the TV. I had the Bears on my Mac, and then I was watching you guys on my phone. And then I was like, "Do I join? Do I not join?" Then all of a sudden, I heard all the Kenneth Walker talk, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm setting up shop."
Yeah, I mean, well, you came in shooting fucking rockets, and I respect it, but
that's why I came in.
Yeah, I love it.
Come in hot or don't bother.
Come on.
Harrison Butker, is he just auto picking now?
Yeah.
No.
Well, he just got auto picked.
You guys could have invited me. I would have picked a proper team.
Harrison.
Why isn't Hoffman here?
He doesn't have a. Is Harrison Butker still have a job? No,
Harrison said that he was capped on leagues when I talked to him last week.
That's bull. That's
you did.
That's true, but fuck you. It's not. You could have talked me into it.
Oh my god.
Talking me into another fantasy league is like talking me into having one more drink. You're like, it's like, all right, fine.
Well, we definitely needed a fill today. That's for sure.
Oh, well,
don't worry. We got a freebie. It's fine.
Jerry Bagshaw says, I feel like my best draft was when I went with 4 straight wide receivers to begin the draft. But was that in like a 12-man or a 10-man? Because I feel like it's tougher to get away with in a 14-man.
Oh, we'll ship it. I like that. Nice pick.
I love Supernova's draft.
Except for Rome. Yeah, I don't like that pick either.
Yeah, Rome's my bust.
I mean, I like Pete's team, but I don't like Rome either.
Who would you have taken over Rome? Travis Hunter, Judy? Sleez?
Judy.
Wait a minute. Can we just talk about this for a second? Sleez took Golden over.
Why are you deflecting?
Hunter.
Why are you deflecting? We're talking about Roma Dunze right now.
No, I know, but that's pretty interesting, though.
Okay, well, we'll get back to that in a second. I would have taken Judy.
I also knew that Jordan Love would fall to the 11th round or 12th round as well, so that's why I played that.
Yeah, I just don't care about stacks and redraft as much.
No, it doesn't matter that much, but
yeah.
I think the only one who I'd put a argument for, especially at the range that you drafted, Rome, is
Egbuka.
Yeah, but I like Golden more than I like Egbuka, but I mean that's another hot take that Hoff is just going to spit his drink out for. So I'm not gonna...
It's all right. It's fine.
No, I love Matthew Golden, so I'm okay with Matthew Golden, especially as your wide receiver too.
Listen, I'm not here to spit on every hot take.
Spots, and you let Laporta fall again. I would have taken Laporta. He fell way too far.
I don't know. Like Roma Dunze seems like a fine pick. I have no quarrels with it. Do I like him more than Addison, more than Hunter, more than Judy? Yeah.
Addison's also 3-game suspension, which is why I worry about him in a 14-man.
Yeah,
you know, if I with the way I drafted, like I just like not missing him for the first 3 games. Like you got to get off to a hot start, and my wide receivers are thin already with where I drafted. That's why
I would say the clearest path for wide receiver 1 is Matthew Golden, and it's not that clear for a lot of people, but because it's very murky right now, everybody thinks.
I mean, Matthew Golden seems like he's already the wide receiver 1. I don't think
he should be, but it's very murky for a lot of people saying that's the most crowded wide receiver. It really isn't.
Because there's a bunch of names doesn't mean it's. That's the thing I don't get with people, man.
Yeah, it's a bunch of guys.
People know names and they think it means it's crowded. That's how I feel about Tet with the Panthers.
Yeah.
Like it's Leggett, it's Coker, it's Adam Thielen. Okay,
that's how I feel about Emeka Egbuka.
Well.
Yeah, I don't.
So Mike Evans is still solid. He might be overhyped still. People might think he might fall off. But
what are you doing here? What are you doing here, Pete? You're the only one I'm worried about taking my guy. What are you doing here?
You ever read the PFF's article called "The Age of Decline for Wide Receivers"? It's a wonderful read, and Mike Evans falls into that category.
Well, his ADOT's been down significantly. I do worry about that with Evans.
He's also missed 3 games the last 2 seasons with a hamstring. And sustained hamstring at the age of 32. I'm not touching him at ADP. He's a fucking
0% in redraft, 0% in best ball, 0.
Yeah, I'm even somebody who loves Mike Evans. I have the lowest shares of Mike Evans than I've ever had before, and it's for what you guys are talking about. But to go back on the whole yeah, Darren Waller's still ramping up. He's still getting ready. Anyway, be that as it may, the Packers thing with the wide receiver room being crowded, I don't know if it's as much as that. I think to Pete's point, I keep pointing the wrong way. To Pete's point, I think it is like it's just names we know, so therefore we say, oh, it's crowded because we know the names, you know.
Yeah.
But to me, Packers wide receivers, and maybe Matthew Golden breaks this trend. It's a little bit of fantasy football Russian roulette. You know, it's like, all right, I'm starting Jaden Reed. And all
I already know who you want. I could do it, but I don't want him that bad.
Maybe Matthew Golden breaks it. I hope he does, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm very in on Matthew Golden. I have him as my wide receiver.
I already know who you want. I already know who you want.
Wide receiver what?
15.
Say it when I'm on the clock here. I
know the guy that's on the clock is in the stream. I already know, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, so the reason why is like you look at how efficient he was, and efficiency is everything.
All right, go ahead.
You look at how efficient he was as an explosive wide receiver in college.
No, I wanted your
25+ yard, and I'll just. The cool thing is I could probably mute them. 25+ yard reception on every single college game he played just last year in Texas. You look at what Jordan Love did, especially on one leg and a pulled groin. He was one of the most effective and explosive passers, top 5 in every explosive passing category. You marry those two together, and you also look at the fact that Matthew Golden's special after the catch.
Didn't like that one
that I gave myself.
No.
It seems like a no-brainer. I think it's going to be more touchdowns than volume, and I'm betting on his touchdowns based off of the awesome offense and scheme that Matt LaFleur is going to put him in. So, yeah,
we always talk about
Go ahead.
I was going to say, to your point, we always talk about wide receivers or even people at any position that could break your rankings, like hypothetically. And I think Matthew Golden is one that it could break my rankings.
He has all the intangibles.
Yeah, he could do it.
A
To me, it's
golden
just a matter of
boy.
breaking that whole thing of the Russian roulette with the wide receivers. So there you go. Oh man, jeez.
I'm uncomfortable with you guys talking about my RB1 the entire stream. What's up, Colin Whitman? Good to see you, baby boy. What's up, Goat?
Oh, did we vote Keeper League on this, guys? Did you guys vote, by the way? I forgot.
People said no Keeper League. They said stop being stupid. How is Blocky here? He's probably like 93 drafters draft right now. But Blocker just keeps drafting. What's up, Knifey? Good to see you, buddy. So no dick jokes then? I mean, you could bring him in.
You could.
That's dick joke. Dad joke gets a giveaway. Sleez is buying. Why couldn't the chameleon find a wife? He suffered from a reptile dysfunction.
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. Go. What's up, buddy?
Everything but JT. Who's saying the guy I'm not touching this year?
Why are you out on Jonathan Taylor?
I don't like it. I don't like the Colts quarterback situation. I don't like them losing offensive linemen. I don't like them playing from behind. He doesn't catch the ball, and he has only had one healthy season since when he was RB1 in his career.
Any pushback from anybody up here? Anybody who is a pro Jonathan Taylor?
I mean, I wouldn't call myself pro. I'm probably in more than Sleez, but it's hard to really push against what he's saying. I mean, that's the reason why he's got his detractors. I can't argue that. It's fair. I mean, quarterback position there scares the shit out of me too. And Jonathan Taylor can be streaky.
He can be really streaky when he gets hot, for sure.
Right. Like that. Those last few weeks of the season, he won people potentially fantasy football titles if he didn't already sink their season before that. So yeah, it's hard to argue against what he's saying.
I agree,
sleeper, bro. Like Theo fucking Riddick is like number 10th on the board for running backs. Like, can they get the ADP fucking figured out here, man? Like,
they used to have Vinny Testaverde on the board back in the day.
Like I should be looking at Latavius fucking Murray and Mike Davis if I scroll down.
I got one for you while we're at the end of the draft here. What do you guys think about this Trevor Etienne taking over Dowdle? Thoughts?
That's what I've been saying. Rico Dowdle is the only fade I have in fantasy football. Like I did watch that. He looked good. Dowdle's a fade.
Yeah, I like Dowdle.
I kind of like Etienne after watching the
70.
I'm more off of Chuba than I am. I don't care if it's Dowdle. I could care less. That's more best ball stuff for you guys. I think Chuba's losing workload for sure this year.
You think Chuba's losing work?
Yeah, right.
I think he's gonna lose work.
Get your head out of the gutter.
He was Chuba Hubbard was number 3 in opportunity and snap share last year.
But even if he loses, even if he loses some, it's not significant.
So I'll say
tremendous value.
I'm not saying he's bad. Canales, when he was with the Buccaneers, used multiple running backs. Canales, when he first got, when Chuba Hubbard before last season, Miles Sanders and him split a ton of touches. Miles Sanders had like 150 rushes. Like, I just don't see Chuba having what he did last year again. I just don't see it.
So my question to you, Pete, is how would you quantify a lot of touches in terms of percentage between the 1A and 1B? Because eventually the starter's got to come off.
I mean, I just don't see Chuba Hubbard having number 3 in opportunity share. I could pull up how much he had if you want, but
okay. So if you don't see him having or repeating number 3 in opportunity, where do you see him regressing?
I think he regresses. Last year he was 77.3% the snaps, number 3 in the NFL. I would say he probably goes somewhere about 65 is what I would say. Close to 60 to 65 is what I'm betting on.
He wasn't the most efficient runner, but it also is a good offensive line second year together.
And their Bryce Young breakout year, I'm all in.
And he has that pass catching upside. I don't really care about his efficiency as a runner as I care about like him just being, the total Swiss Army knife. And I also love the fact that he's Canadian. Let's be real, eh? I like Chuba. I think he's.
Let me. I'll say one more thing on Chuba. Last year, these were the backs behind him: Miles Sanders, who had 55 carries, Raheem Blackshear, who had 15. That was the RB3. I mean, you really don't think that?
What are you worried about? Bijan
You're
Robinson,
talking
Tyler
about
Algier gets
the
that many
running backs
touches?
behind him combined for like not even
hold on.
100
Stop
rushes.
it. Stop.
Yeah,
Wait a
but I
minute.
mean, Rico Dowdle and Trevor Etienne is the same fucking names, just maybe slightly
on.
worse. Like
Yeah.
Rico
Dowdle had 1,000 yards
Dowdle's a
last
Oh,
trap.
stop it!
But I had
Don't-
1,000 yards.
okay,
He's a
don't-
shitty
that's-
quarterback.
Okay,
Peter,
please.
Peter,
Stop it.
Rico Dowdle last
Peter.
year, if you look at
Number 12 in rushing yards.
don't
you
build up Rico Dowdle.
I throws in a
So
little
Rico-
tip at the end. I like it.
Rico Dowdle is the biggest trap in fucking
He
fantasy
cracks me
football.
up.
He's not even a handcuff. He is the worst.
You're
fucking
mixing
football
best
player.
ball with fantasy, though.
No,
I'm not
I'm not.
dying
Listen,
to get him
Pete,
in this.
Pete, you're being
Damn
dismissive
it.
now.
Took
You're being
Cam
dismissive
Little.
now, right? You're just because I'm not in this draft doesn't mean I don't know my ball. You're being dismissive now.
I'm
all right?
saying you're talking about
At the end of the day,
who is
at the end-
clamoring for
I let
Rico
you say,
Dowdle?
I
as
let
their
you,
best ball
I let
guy.
you say your ridiculousness, right?
It's
Am
only
I
best
allowed
ball
to
guys.
speak?
Sure,
Am I allowed to
it's
say
only
something?
best ball guys, though.
No, it's not a best ball guy. It's not a best ball scenario and situation. It is 100% a player take.
I'm saying you said he's one of the most hyped guys. That's what you
Who?
just said, right? You said Rico this year. He's one of your biggest fades because a lot of people are hyping him up. I don't hear anybody in redraft hyping him up.
That's not what I said. I said he's just
Hey, what
one of
did
the
you say?
biggest fades. Like, I'm not drafting him. He's the worst pick in fantasy football. I didn't say he was getting hyped. He shouldn't be getting hyped. And if anybody's hyping him up, they should probably follow my channel because that's one of the worst picks in fantasy football. Period. Doesn't matter if it's best ball. Doesn't matter anywhere else.
But
right?
that's what I'm
If you
saying.
look-
One of the worst picks based on what? He goes like pick 140, 150.
But
if you
there's
said it was
better
a guy that's
value
going
where
like
he
the
goes.
top
That's how
100,
bad he
but
is. If you look at his efficiency,
there's going to be
you
so
look
many
at his
guys around him
efficiency-
that aren't going to hit.
if you look at his efficiency and his production last year, especially when he came on from weeks 9 and on, he had one of the most advantageous schedules in football for running backs. You look at the performances that those defenses allowed to opposing running backs. Any other 31 running back could have had the same production and same level
Dude, he had
production
Cooper Rush
as
from-
Rico Dowdle. So to finish my argument as to why the competition is not the same, it's because Rico Dowdle is a fucking trap and he's not a real running back. Give me Raheem Blackshear, give me Miles Sanders, give me both of those guys over Rico Dowdle. Chuba Hubbard still doesn't have any competition, and I don't anticipate that he's going to lose snaps, lose touches to Rico Dowdle or any other fucking schmeat. Just so I can fucking finish my point. Thank you.
Can I say one thing before we close out?
Never.
Sleez claims he is the biggest AD Mitchell fan. We are in a 14-man league in round 18, and he's still on the board.
Yeah, I had to take.
How do you not draft him?
Because I didn't want him there.
When do you want him? We're in a 14-man league. You said you love this guy.
He's got priorities.
Have you seen my roster?
Dude, you named him on one of your lists yesterday. You
Just
said he's
read
gonna
it
have a
and weep
breakout.
and see me in the championship. This shit is
Oh,
toast.
come on.
Disco.
That's
Disco,
valid.
Didn't Pete say early on during the old Chuba Hubbard thing that early on Miles Sanders and Chuba
That's why I landed the plane the way I landed. It was a great pushback, and he's just
because I mean on the gear.
Miles Sanders is
Miles Sanders
better
averaged
than Rico
7.2 touches per game.
Miles Sanders can't even beat out Javonte Williams right now.
So
yeah, but Javonte Williams was in a bad running back. He was just in a bad situation.
But you're bringing up the point as if Rico Dowdle's like he came in like
Javonte
like as if Chuba Hubbard didn't sleep the night that they signed Rico Dowdle. He didn't give a fuck. That guy probably slept like a baby
Rico
that night.
I gotta say this.
Better players in the NFL
I gotta say this. Miles Sanders,
by the way, we talked
Javonte
about Rico
Williams,
Dowdle
who
potentially
was behind the
losing his
best
job.
rushing offensive line in the NFL, and Javonte Williams couldn't even have a 60-yard rushing game. He had no rushes over 20
Javonte
yards.
Williams is not a starting running back. Stop it.
Right now. Come on,
Trash.
Yeah, but you're deflecting from the Rico Dowdle.
No, I'm not. I've shared how I feel about Rico.
We are staying on topic of what you said. Why you think Chuba's gonna?
I'm telling you. Number one, to say he is the worst pick when he's going, the guys that Rico Dowdle goes around are
biggest fade
Kareem
was what he
Hunt.
said.
He goes behind Kareem Hunt. He's picked 207 on Sleeper.
Depends on where you're drafting.
Being that right, if you're
He's
drafting
the worst
in best ball, he goes higher. That was
He's
my
the worst
point
pick.
originally. In best ball, sure, I can understand
But
not
if you-
wanting Rico, but I mean,
if you're worried about Rico Dowdle taking snaps from Chuba, to go back to your point, your worries they're non-existent. That's
in
what I'm saying.
conclusion, I am not worried about Chuba Hubbard losing
I'm
touches
not worried
at
about
all
Chuba either.
whatsoever
I think
under
Chuba-
any
oh,
Chuba's
circumstances.
going to
I,
the fucking moon, baby.
but
Come
I
on.
do think ETN.
So where
could-
do you guys have
could-
Chuba
could
in your
beat out
rankings,
Daddle
then?
for touches?
Where
I
do you
think
guys
that.
have Chuba?
Chuba right now is RB17 for me.
I gotta pull up my rankings, but I can let you know.
So Chuba right now is RB18. So would you take Chuba over Kenneth Walker?
I got Chuba
No.
at 15.
Yes.
Would you take him
Yes,
over
I would.
James? Would you take him over James Conner?
Yes.
No. Oh yeah.
Would you take him
Connor,
over
yes.
Trevion
Connor,
Henderson?
yes.
No.
Okay. Would you take him over David Montgomery?
Absolutely. All day, every day.
No.
I'd also
wait,
take
Dave
him over
Montgomery,
Alvin.
yeah.
I'll also take
That's
him over Alvin
I
Kamara.
would too. Aaron Jones or RJ Harvey? Any of those guys?
RJ Harvey,
Both.
no. Alvin
Both.
Kamara, yes.
Both.
No, Aaron Jones. I'm saying you would take
Aaron
Chuba over
Jones, I would take
and
him
No, I'm
over,
taking
yes.
Chuba over both. Yeah.
RJ Harvey, no. RJ
What
Harvey.
are we talking about here, boys? Chuba Hubbard was like 10 points off of a top 8 running back last year with a shitty
That's
fucking
I
Andy fucking Dalton and a new head coach. They're
It's
coming this year. Get
all I
ready.
forgetting about the Chuba thing, we're not going to agree.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it doesn't
Let's forget
matter.
about it.
I just wanted to get a pulse to see who you would take him over since you guys like him. That's all. That's all I'm asking. We can agree to disagree. All I'm saying is I don't
just
think
happened.
Chuba Hubbard is going to finish and replicate what he did last year with better weapons there. They just brought in Tet, right?
It's a
Coker
Tet
taking a
thing.
step
There
forward.
it is.
No, but I'm just saying,
Circle
and
back to
I
Tet
don't
thing.
think that they're going to be throwing the ball to him and only him. Like I
Matt,
think
coach
Rico
is
and
about
Everton-
May I push back here?
No, because there's nothing else. I
No,
want
there
to
is
get
something
to
else.
I want to get to AD Mitchell because I really want to
no.
fucking
Because you're worrying about Tet coming in and taking.
No,
your
I
touches.
told you
I
about
I think
fucking
he gets
Chuba.
more
What
value
do you want me to
touches
tell
in
you?
the red zone. He gets more value touches in the
This
red
has
zone
been fun.
because that will keep the chains moving. If you're looking at third down conversion
I
and
didn't need a
punt
wide
rate,
receiver, by the way.
the Carolina Panthers were top 10 in punting the ball on third down. If you get more opportunity to convert third downs with a guy like Tyrone McMillan, that means you're going to have more red zone opportunity to get carries. So, like, the touchdown efficiency could go up. So I don't care if he goes from third most snaps to sixth most snaps because Rico Dowdle had 3 snaps in a fucking, he made you happy because Rico Dowdle had 3 more snaps. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm talking about quality touches, and the way I'm projecting him is he's going to get more touchdown efficiency because they're going to move the ball better.
Who
All
took?
right, boys. I got to go to dinner here.
Yeah, run from the AD Mitchell talk. Run.
Just look at the
Run.
draft.
This
Take
is
some notes.
Sleez. You
Figure
said
out why they call me
No, I
Sleez
didn't
and me
draft.
in the fucking championship.
You set this
You
entire
had
thing
him
up. I
on your
didn't draft.
breakout list. You only
Wait a
picked
minute.
6 guys, and you had
I
him on
have
your
a-
breakout list. You tweeted it yesterday.
I have
It's
a serious
14
question.
man league with fucking 18 rounds. You couldn't sneak AD Mitchell in there. He's one of your highest breakouts.
Pete,
this
he's
year?
gone. He's not here anymore. He's
I
not here
don't
anymore.
care. I'm finishing the point because
Jesus
Disco knows
Christ.
that's fucking ridiculous, bro. He
I'm
come on,
So here's mine. I'm
Come
shocked
on.
that you two didn't go at it about Travis Hunter and his Travis Hunter exposure.
stop.
Um,
I'm hung up on AD Mitchell. I can't believe that.
All right.
I
Enough of
can't
fucking
believe
AD
that.
Mitchell. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is it about Chuba again?
No, it's not about Chuba again. Who drafted Henry Ruggs?
Broadster.
That's what I'm saying.
How
Henry Ruggs got drafted, but Sleez couldn't take AD Mitchell.
Rico Dowdle will do better than Henry Ruggs this year. I'll give you that.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
There you go.
Facts.
Done.
Okay.
Lock it
I
up.
can't.
No arguments there whatsoever.
Bet,
All right,
bet it everywhere you can.
so let's look at Sleez's lineup. There's no way to
Okay.
just pull up the lineup and see what he did. All right, he goes Ashton Genty, Bucky Irving, Tyreek Hill, Chuba, TJ Hawkinson, Matthew Golden. Love the Golden click. Khalil Shakir, Stephon Diggs, I hate. Luther Burden, whatever. Brandon Ayuk, I get it. Down the stretch, he could be valuable. Getting the correlation with Jordan Love and Matthew Golden's great. Tajay Spears, Cam Ward, Mason Taylor, Ollie Gordon, Anthony Richardson, Evan McPherson, and San Francisco 49ers defense.
Hey now.
I can't say that I love it for him. It's got good running backs, but still, Ashton Genty that early in a redraft and not a dynasty just doesn't make sense to me. Derrick Henry, Devon Achane, Trayvon Henderson. This is Pete's team. Tedero McMillan, Roma Dunze, Ricky Pearsall, Scam Scatterbo, and I said Scam. Tucker Kraft, Drake May, Jared Goff, Ja'Cory Cross-Garrett, Cedric Tillman, Joshua Palmer, DJ Giddens, Jalen Noel, Elijah Arroyo, Arizona
I like
Cardinals.
the Cardinals pick. I like the Cardinals pick. And when Pete does DST stuff, I listen, so I like it.
I listen too, especially for the Indianapolis Colts.
I'm gonna drop the Cardinals
Thank
after
you.
the first. I'm gonna drop them after the first few weeks. I just wanted them for their start. They get the Cardinals and they get Carolina the first 2 weeks.
That's very much boomer bust, just
And they
as
get
you said,
they get the
Pete.
Saints.
It
Sorry,
is.
they get the Saints. Sorry.
I'm very curious as to where you're at with the Atlanta Falcons defense and special teams, because I feel like they needed pass rush in order to make the entire defense make sense, and they addressed that in such a way. I think they had one of the better drafts out of all the teams in the NFL this year, because they addressed not just one, gaping need on one of the edges, but they got 2 first-round edge rushers who I'm all in on. I think they could take the ball away a heck of a lot, especially with a good pass rush and a very, very productive secondary. Where are you at with Atlanta in your rankings?
Wait. Hold on. I have a question. Just answer me this, because you're the commissioner, right? Do we not have waivers in this league? Because guys are ad dropping guys right now. Did we not have waivers in this? Okay,
I'm not the commissioner. Sleez is the commissioner.
Because guys are making ad drops right now.
Because you guys want to co-stream, and it's called Community First. That's why I'm here on a Sunday. I don't know anything. I'm just here to talk ball and try to keep the peace.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't really understand how this is fucking happening, but okay.
I would love to hear your guys' opinion on my team. I love seeing their face instead of top picks. All right.
That's okay. Never heard that before, but fine.
Okay. Cool.
All right. I guess there's just fucking waivers, but okay.
All right. Who Scotes goes? Brian Robinson Jr. or Bijan Robinson, sorry, not Brian Robinson Jr. Jonathan Taylor, Jackson Smith, and Jigbo, who is somebody who I feel like is just getting really, really, really disrespected this year, and I just don't get it. DJ Moore, David Montgomery, David Njoku, Deebo Samuel, Michael Pittman, Nick Chubb, CJ Stroud, Zach Ertz, Jalen Wright, Trevor Lawrence, like that click, Tyler Lockett, Quentin Johnston, Kendra Miller, Young Hui Koo. Okay, don't worry, he good kicker. Okay,
Someone's getting canceled.
No, I'm okay with getting canceled. I'm a minority. I can get away with that shit.
I wouldn't give a fuck either.
Yeah, it's a great accent. I would say that's better than Sleez's draft. I would say. Yeah,
I'm just not in. I'm prepared to be completely wrong on it. I am not in on CJ Stroud this year. I think he's a good NFL quarterback. I think fantasy football wise, I think we're gonna see more. I think we'll see a middle ground between the rookie year and last year, but I think he's gonna be closer to what we saw last year. I'm just not in on CJ. I could be completely wrong, and that'll be fine. As Macho Man once said, that would be okay. But yeah,
2 days ago,
not in on. Yeah,
2 days ago.
Jesus,
come on,
this fuck me running.
No, come on,
no. Okay, I think the bigger crime against humanity is you have your fucking Twitter, and it's not a black background; it's fucking white background.
Well, it's just it's my desktop. I don't.
You could change it too. You could.
I
change
make it worse. The bigger screen.
But can we be real here for a second? I mean, a 14-man, 18-round
I'm about to leave this stream,
and he doesn't take AD Mitchell. I'm fucking tilting right now.
If you say AD Mitchell one more time, I'm leaving the stream.
Oh my god!
Okay, just read the tweet so people can understand why.
I'm literally minimizing the screen. And
Sleez tweets out 2 days ago. My top 25 breakout starting lineup: rookies excluded Bryce Young, Jordan Mason, Braylon Allen, Keon Coleman, Ricky Pearsall, Tucker Kraft, and AD Mitchell.
Okay.
AD Mitchell, but he couldn't take AD Mitchell in a 14-man league with 18 fucking rounds when you got fucking nobody left out there. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what else is crazy? This stream. Guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for showing up to this shit show. I did not plan this stream. I just did it for Sleez, and he left early for dinner. How convenient. Pete, I love you. You know that. I love the pushback. I love it when it gets passionate. You know, I respect the hell out of you. And there's nobody I respect more in the fantasy football industry than you. We'll be back on the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time doing a best ball draft because, as per some people, I'm a best ball guy. Like best ball's what I do, and it's best ball conversation only. Fuck you, Pete. We also have our live 24-hour draftathon charity stream where anybody who's everybody is in the fantasy football industry is going to be there. That's Saturday starting at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We got Pete, we got Hoff, we got Scott Fish. Derek Brown's going to kick it off with us. Pat Fitzmaurice, Jim Coventry. Did I say Scott Fish? Sal Leto, 32 beat reporters, Frank Amarante, Jim Coventry, you name it. Whoever's somebody in fantasy football will be there. Andrew Erickson, what's the guy's name? Matt Harmon. Everybody's going to be there. So if you guys are into fantasy football, make sure you head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Like, subscribe. It is raising funds for local hospice and palliative care. Sleezbomb cannot speak for himself, but he is Sleezbomb. Also, My Mind is a Weapon. Also, feel free to smash the subscription. And then, Pete, you are from the Fantasy Football Faceoff. You guys are also from First Read Fantasy, and you are Supernova on Twitter. Supernova 38 on Twitter. There's a 38.
Supernova 38 on Twitter with 2 R's. Yep, you got it.
Okay. Yeah. And I appreciate you guys. Pete, you got anything else to say on all 3 of our YouTubes and all 3 of our Twitters? We have 1,192 people watching. So you have an opportunity right now to either say something very, very good or just shit on Sleazeball and AD Mitchell one more time. Which one is it?
I just want to make sure that the viewers, I know they're very concerned. Sleez finally locked waivers. No more free for all. Appreciate you coming in. I'll catch you guys next time.
All right. Peace, guys. God bless.